Story time. So a couple weeks ago, I got into an argument with a young trainer that I follow here on Instagram. Now, before I go any further, I want to say that I do follow this young man because he puts out really good content that's educational and has some humor behind it. But on this particular post, on this particular day, I had to call him out. Now, in this post that you see behind me, he called out HIIT training as ineffective and inefficient. As quoted, "Don't get me started on HIIT. If you want a way to smash your joints into oblivion, we'll get a minimum, if any results, jump around for an hour. The most important thing to do in the gym is what works, and both of these training styles are a complete waste of time. You wouldn't catch me dead programming a workout for my clients with either end." Now, you know I use HIIT training with a wide range of my clients, so you know I had a point of contention with this. So I commented, "Nah bro, this ain't it. Why are you conflating HIIT with damaging joints, minimum results, and jumping? Do you know what HIIT is?" His response: "HIIT is a prison sentence. No one needs to ever do a burpee. It's a horrendous way to train." A burpee? Why do you associate burpees with HIIT? Do you know HIIT is a training style and not associated with any particular exercise? His response: "I do. Burpees are often in HIIT workouts, and I wouldn't be caught dead programming HIIT. I've done it before, never doing it again." My response: just because some lazy trainer programmed burpees into a HIIT workout doesn't mean a burpee is a HIIT exercise. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. You can use any exercise in the HIIT workout. You conflating HIIT with high impact exercise, burpees, or jumping is simply misinformed, bro. And I had to double reply. I could program a goblet squat, kneeling push-ups, single leg glute bridges, and a dumbbell bent over row in a fashion to make it a HIIT workout. It's all about intensity, duration, work to rest ratio at which you do the exercises, not so much the exercises themselves. That's an important distinction. HIIT workouts are not about any particular exercise. It's about how you do certain exercises. Let's read his response. "I appreciate that, mate. You're right. Lazy trainers do program that. Needless to say, HIIT workouts are far from optimal in terms of any goal." Huh? His double reply: "I hear you. You're just going to get better ROI from those exercises if it isn't HIIT." Now this response is gold. Wait on. "It depends what return you're looking for. You're assuming everyone who is exercising for the same return reasons." "What's the return from HIIT?" he asked. I said, "HIIT workouts have a greater effect on raising your heart rate and keeping your heart rate elevated, more so than traditional strength training. If a person is looking for more cardiovascular results, HIIT would be a great alternative to traditional cardio. I have clients who don't enjoy running, who don't enjoy cycling, but they enjoy HIIT. Traditional strength training is not a comparable substitute for cardio." I gave him an example. I have a client, 62-year-old woman. She was an avid runner in the past, and she now has arthritis in her knees. She can't run as much as she used to, but she mixes HIIT training into a workout regimen for the cardio effects she's used to getting through running. This is where he slipped up. If you do strength training right, it is. Your assumption is that I'm here to accommodate for everyone. I'm here for my niche. Now that's not true. Traditional strength training is not a substitute for cardio. In general, traditional strength training means we are exerting our muscles to some kind of maximum effort. That being said, you need to accommodate sufficient rest times in between sets to have effective sets. That being said, your heart rate will not exceed a fat burning range, therefore never giving you the effects of a HIIT workout. Let's get back to the IG beef. That's fair. Your bio states that you are here to talk fitness and nutrition. And in this particular post, there's no clarification that you're speaking to any niche. Seemed as if you were speaking in general. And in general, HIIT training, whether you're doing it in the form of interval sprinting, interval cycling, or circuit exercises in the gym, are widely used by youth athletes to pro athletes, CrossFit athletes, even your average Joe weekend warrior. Not only are they widely used, they are highly effective for certain types of results, cardiovascular health being the ultimate." His response: "I mean, I'm hoping that someone training to be a strong man isn't looking at my content thinking this is my gig, or someone wanting to get into yoga. I'd like to think I wouldn't have to introduce each video with who it's for. I also stand by my opinion of HIIT being the worst." My last response: "What about someone who's just a regular person looking for sustained health and fitness? it's still bad advice for that person. HIIT is a great tool in the toolbox for that everyday, normal, average person looking to get extra cardio and to push their body to their performance limits. In which he replied, let's agree to disagree. Now, why is this even such a big deal? Well, I found out, especially on this online space, that sometimes the people who should be bringing people into the gym and into fitness are the same people who are pushing people away from the gym and away from fitness. There's someone out there who started their fitness journey solely because they fell in love with a boot camp class or a HIIT workout routine. Even I've had hundreds of clients myself who have transformed their bodies and reached their fitness goals using mostly HIIT training. But imagine if I told those people that that was an ineffective way to exercise. Would that inspire them or discourage them? Would that validate the good feelings they have about exercising? Or just confuse them? Is it empowering them in their fitness journey? Or is it boxing them in and making them feel restricted? Like I mentioned earlier, not everyone exercises for the same reasons. And there is no one way to exercise or train. Are there most efficient ways to build strength and muscle? Of course. Have there been research done showing the most effective ways to lose body fat? Of course. But what people in the fitness space have to realize is that everyone has their likes and dislikes. Everyone has their own fitness and health goals. Everyone has different triggers and motivators, access to equipment, time constraints, and taste buds for exercise and training. The bottom line is 80% of adults in the US are not getting enough exercise. So splitting hairs on what type of training you're doing, it's like worrying about the color someone's gonna paint the interior of their house before they've even bought it. I hope that conversation brought you some insight. And I'm not gonna lie, it was great to see this message a few days after my talk with my young trainer friend. Stay resilient.